H-Town, what's up? You know what time it is. It's time for the best 120 minutes of your day. The Chop Shop, the nation's #1 urban sports talk show, and also your midday sports happy hour. Yours truly, Robert Hatter, alongside Jim Hicks and sometimes Chris Walker. Coming to you live from Houston, Texas, where we're broadcasting all over the world via Facebook Live and YouTube Live. And it is Monday morning. It's about, let me tell y'all something. You're gonna learn a whole lot about a lot of the stuff that me, a lot of the stuff about this show. You're gonna learn a whole lot of stuff about this today. It is a great day. I don't know. I mean, I'm not feeling good today, but I'm gonna get through it. I'm gonna get through it because I gotta give this. Just thinking about how as parents we got to be proactive. Congratulations to TSU. What happened? What did they do? What they do? Mindy? They just won a game they supposed to win. Congratulations for that. They won a game that they were supposed to win. If that's what you're talking about. What's up there, Chris Brujo? Let me shout out to my starting five. Let's YouTube. No, Facebook first. Status Moody. Minnie Collins. No. Herb Baker. Who is that? Chris Bujo. Akila. Girl, this is a good one for you today. Y'all need to share the show. I guess all of them be epic, but y'all need to share this one. Y'all need to share it. I got some stuff to share with y'all. Oh, they be PV. They supposed to be PV. But that game, that atmosphere, man. Let me tell you something. Shout out to TSU and Prairie View. Shout out to those two schools, man. That place was unbelievable up there at the Baby Dome. Cam, you saw me. I didn't get a chance to see you. That place was unbelievable, man. Let me tell y'all something. We owe it to ourselves. Texas Southern fans. I don't want a seat available when we play TSU, when we play against Prairie View. Prairie View showed up and they showed out. Now they got the head beat in, the ladies beat us, but the men, they got the head tore off. But those fans, man, you know what I love? I'll tell y'all what I love. When I was walking out the building, y'all gotta understand this. I went to PWI. But I'm walking out the building and I see that beautiful sea of humanity, beautiful young black minds, college students. It's just so many. I was walking to my car. I walked out with everybody. I didn't go through the service. I walked out through with everybody else. It was just amazing, man. I mean, I didn't experience that. I didn't have a chance to experience that when I was there that age. Young people, y'all got the world uh, 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 at your feet, and I ain't gonna lie. I wish I had experienced something like that at 18, 19. I wish I would have. But Mark, shout out to that. Y'all showed up. Y'all showed out. Um, you know, it was just a unique place. You know, I was blessed to be in there, knowing the kids from both teams, and blessed to call the games. If you haven't been blessed enough to download the TSU KTSU app and KTSU in your car and listen to the broadcast, me and Chatterbox, we have a great time. Keith Smith. We matter of fact, we headed out of town this weekend. We going to Florida A&M and to Bethune Cookman. So we go on the Florida route next weekend. So make sure you check it out. But let me go because I got so much stuff I want to share with y'all because some things that happened that's so meaningful in my life. Cam, I want you to stay here because I want you to hear this. It's Black History. But I was thinking about, I watched a couple of things. And Avery Johnson was talking about when his daughter was told by a high school counselor that the University of Pennsylvania was a significant reach for her. And Avery said he stood on his belief in what he saw in her and confidence instilled. And his daughter wound up going to Penn. What's up, Doug? Don't let these people tell you, you know what you done put in your kid. And someday this week, I might play it a little later. Then I'm thinking about the little young girl, Juju Watkins and Hannah Hidalgo. These young, beautiful black women and playing basketball and at a high rate. And I want to check. I want to show y'all. I got to show y'all this. Let me, where she is. How we have to prepare our young kids because these reporters gonna try to trip them up. Watch this. Just watch this.
Now, there's a lot of players in the country playing Division I basketball. Nobody scored more points in one game this year than you. That's the most.
That's crazy. Yeah. More to come for sure.
Yeah, Caitlin Clark, who?
No, don't do that.
Okay.
Don't do that. Much respect there.
Juju. Now, there's a lot of players.
Did y'all see that? It was talking about she hit 51 points the other day, and they tried to make it out of Caitlin Clark. It's a whole lot of cake. Listen to me. I love Caitlin Clark. I love any young woman that's playing basketball. I'm not going to get into that talking about she ain't this and she ain't this. Like Cheryl Swoops and them. I'm not finna sit up there and talk about nobody else's kid like that. But this young lady had the wherewithal. This young lady had the wherewithal, said, no, I got much respect there. Don't play those games with me. And that's how our kids got to get. Don't let these people play you against another player. You know, I sit up in stands the other day, man. I told y'all, we got some sick-ass people that's in this basketball community that's been in here for a long time. They just come to the game and just talk negative about everybody on the freaking floor. Excuse me, language. Everybody on the freaking floor. And it just gets on my last nerve. Because I know if they saying this mess in front of me, they saying it in front of other people who don't have the bandwidth to sift through that mess. You follow me? What's up, Sandra? See, When I look, it's Black History Month, y'all. And when I look, and I want to help y'all with something. I want to look at something. I'm going to put something on the screen. Black history is knowing the difference between who built it and who tried to destroy it. Who built it and who tried to destroy it. That's a powerful picture right there. Maybe I should blow it up. Black history is knowing the difference between who built it and who tried to destroy it. We'll get back there. Because I'm going to be all over the place first today. My question to people out here: why aren't people happy when people are successful? See, the joy that I feel when somebody accomplishes something, and I talk about it on this show, his or her success. See, what we don't understand, Doug Jones or King Sticks or Kevin Freitzman's success don't diminish you. Why aren't we happy when other people are successful, Michael? The joy that I feel when I talk about what Doug done accomplished, what I talk about with everybody, the joy that I feel, y'all, is joy when somebody else accomplished something. To me, and I'm trying to infect you with this the way I feel. See, if you already got light, if you lit up, can't nobody turn your light out. Don't we want to make the world brighter? I don't know how we can't be anything but collaborative. Anything but working together. When it's so many talented people out here, man. And if you have a platform, like Joe Madison said, it's our responsibility Yes, I'm going to talk about Joe Madison today because I wouldn't be talking to y'all right now if it wasn't for him. At all. He inspired me to use a platform to speak truth to power. Y'all remember all we used to do is talk about sports and then we transferred and talking about life. So man passed away this weekend, ain't Joe Madison. I'm going to share him with you. But I don't know how we can't be anything but collaborative. We got a young man in our sphere of influence right now. Watch this.
That's just how it be, man. It be those guys, man, who develop so much hate because they not true. They want your spot.
I guarantee you, there's a lot of rappers and a lot of fashion designers that still sleep. We ain't even been to sleep yet.
He got his license to sell this apparel, all right? He won't be shutting down.
They said I couldn't come back home. You know when I heard that? When I was back home.
don't paint pictures, they just traits me.
That's just how it be, man. It be those guys.
That's from somebody who watch and support this show. Successful. I'm so happy for Keith Fobb. I'm so happy for the Anthony Lawrence collection. I'm so happy from the jacket he made me, of the TSU jacket. Everywhere I go, people ask me about it. We got to quit all of this. I know some of y'all can't help it. And I don't know if it's jealousy because I know some powerful people and successful people are still hating on other people. So it ain't just that people ain't successful. I don't know what's wrong with the mind that you can't celebrate Fobb right now. Like right now, you can't even share the show. So let me give you some reasons why I'm constantly on time every day for the last 7 years about this show. And it's because of this man right here, Joe Madison, who passed over the weekend when I went off the show, when the show went off. The difference, y'all probably heard me say sometimes, the difference between a moment and a movement is sacrifice. The difference between a moment, the George Floyd moment, the George Floyd, the moment, was it a moment or a movement? Is sacrifice. That's one of his favorite sayings. And I'm gonna go through it. But let me just give you Joe Madison is history. He got a book called Radioactive. This man that done so much. I watch him, listen to him. I've listened to him so much. Of course, what I hear him say gonna come out out of me, because I've listened to him so much. The Dean, the Black Eagle, has made transition, ladies and gentlemen, on Sirius XM. I don't know if you ever heard of him, but it was sobering and at the same time inspiring. Y'all, I listened to this man every day for years. And the way I keep him alive is to continue to do the work. You pick up the baton now. Now I got to pick up the baton and keep rolling. I listen to him on Urban View. I don't know how. That's why I had a subscription to Sirius XM. Because I wanted to listen to him. So all that stuff you see coming out of me is because of this man right here. He passed away the other day. He the one that makes me get up without nobody paying me to do this and get up and be here every day. He had a fundamental truth that we are all on this globe together. We have similar wants and desires of our lives. We want safe communities. And we want our children to be educated. We want to be free. We want rights. That has been the clarion call of Joe Madison ever since I started listening to him. The man did radio, did his show through cancer twice. This man did a radio show for 52 hours. This Black History Month, share this show. Your friends need to know who's been sacrificing for me to come on this show. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be on this show talking to y'all. I promise you I wouldn't. But when I see a man that did a radio show for 52 hours to raise funds for that museum in Washington, D.C., $250,000 for the D.C. museum. He raised it on his show in a telethon. 52 hours. This old man, he was sick. This man went on a 72 or 73 day hunger strike so that we can vote. I'm going to show up every day to do my very, very best, especially on these airways. I don't take this for granted. I don't play with this. Because you deserve what Joe was trying to give you. You deserve what he gave me. That's what the standard set by Joe Madison. Y'all, he raised $250,000 doing his Guinness Book of Records, 52 straight hours, and he only took bathroom breaks during the commercials. He went down to Cuba and did his radio show from Cuba. Ain't no American ever did a radio show in 50 years in Cuba, and he went down there. I'm going to repeat again, he was doing that to raise money for the museum. A museum that I've been through several times. He had a hunger strike because it was outrageous that we didn't have voting rights. Everyone should have voting rights in this country, y'all. This is supposed to be the freest country, the best country in the world. And we are okay with not everybody being able to vote? There are places in this country that people are gerrymandering out of power. Being gerrymandered out of power. And we okay with that? So Joe Madison put his body on the line, literally to fight for the things that we need. And I hope some of y'all, this is the first time that y'all heard about it. But see, I'm going to show up, and I hope you show up. Because this is what legacy looked like. That's how we keep Joe Madison alive. See, I appreciate this audience. I want to thank the family that we have created. We got guys like Kevin Freeman been here since Walter Yates been here since the beginning. Thank you for the family we created. A lot of us are born into families. You don't have a choice. But the family that you choose, the family that you choose to be a part of, the family that you develop, those are the ones that define you. Those are the ones that determine whether you're going to have support or not. You get that it's people who got great friendships and started business because of this show. We got a guy in Chicago. Anytime you get off the plane, he gonna greet you and go take you to lunch and do stuff with you because of this show. See, you get to choose the people that you want in your life. Man, I'm sitting there watching Barack and Michelle call in, and Kamala Harris calling in on shows, calling to pay tribute to Joe Madison. She took her time out. She was going to South Carolina for the primary. She was calling Clay Cane's show the other day. Fighting for your right to exist. Yo, this election right here, it ain't about them two old ass, wrinkle up ass white men. It's about your existence. Your right to exist. They taking away all your rights. Because some clown allowed to be in the office the other day, appointed the other term, appointed 3 Supreme Court justices who can never, ever be replaced until they die. And they're going to vote against everything to help your black ass. Because Because that is what this ballot is about. It's not about Biden and Trump. There's something much more on this ballot this year. And I ain't been talking about it, but you know what? Which is why we should fight so hard. I came into this year saying that I'm not going to go hard in the paint this year about the election, because people should have made their minds up by now. But Joe Madison was going hard in the paint till he died. And he was listen, ladies and gentlemen, hear me. He wasn't an operative for the Democratic Party, because he gets in their ass just like he get in the Republican Party. Because I've listened to him for the last 10 years. Nobody is paying him to go hard in the paint. This man was a NAACP chair at some point in Detroit. I never forget reading this letter. This young man had a letter said that when he was in high school in Detroit, he said, I was wrongly arrested during an assignment for my economics class back in 1976. He said, that's how long Joe been doing this thing. He said that his teacher, Mr. Rosenberg, put him in touch with Joe Madison, who was head of the Detroit NAACP. He said Mr. Madison was cool, he was sharp, he was helpful. And he got all the charges dropped. He said Mr. Madison was a G back in the day. He cared for people's rights. Rest in power, Uncle Joe, the Black Eagle. Y'all, ladies and gentlemen, white, black, orange, or green, this is a loss for all of us. If you know anything about this man, this is a loss for all of us. Y'all, I had to pay a subscription to Sirius to listen to him. Y'all can just pop this show up anytime y'all want to. But he saved me. And guess what? It's going to be a huge gaping hole because no one person can fill what he's done. My heart go out to his wife, Sherry, and his crew. If you go to Sirius now, you can just see, he got 23 years of talking. You can go back and hear the best of Madison. And you can go back and see the things that shaped me. Because some people said they felt at some point on this show I had an evolution. It's because of him. It's because of Karen Hunter. When I came on this show, I just wanted to get in where I fit in. And I was like, what is needed? Joe Madison, you gave me my Black history. Everyone that came to his show. And if you called up with any nonsense, he would cuss your ass out. Now y'all know why I'm so stern. He said, don't let nobody control your show. They don't know them, they know you. See, I'm not going to cuss you out. It may feel like it the way I'm going to twist them words. Because that's not my ministry. That's his ministry. And it was effective. He did not play. You call into that show talking crazy? He the one told me who the trolls were. He had a curse jar. He put money in it every time he cursed. Then he gave it to charity. He cursed that much. But his favorite word was, when everybody always complaining around here, I asked him, what are you going to do about it? That's where I got it from. He ain't gonna let nobody come on his show and control his show. Like people try to come on here and control his show from their comments. Then get mad when I check them. That's my responsibility. It's my show. So it's Jimmy's show. It ain't y'all's. It's Chris' show. We got to be respectful when we come on the show. One of the sayings, I'm going to put it where the ghost can get it. That's where I got that from. What you going to do about it? Instead of around here complaining, man, they charging too much money. They charging too much money to go in these games. What you going to do about it? Don't go. See, they tried to bring him into a space, Joe Madison. They tried to bring him on another show. And they would have had to fire another black person to hire him. He turned down the job. Did you hear what I said? They bring me on one of these sorry-ass talk shows, sports show. But in order to bring me on, they got to fire Ryan Clark, somebody else. I don't want that job. I want you to expand your worldview to have me and Ryan Clark on there. That is what's required of us. Whether we in corporate America, just one job in the C-suite. Why is there only one job in the C-suite? Why? You're saying it's only one of us that's talented? It's only one of us? We built this country. Matter of fact, that would the world looks like it's because of the power of Africa. You telling us only one of us are valuable? We got to fire Tiffany Cross to hire somebody else. We got to fire Joanne Reed to fire somebody else. We got to fire Kevin Jones in order to hire somebody. I don't want that damn job if Kevin Jones got to get fired. You know why? Because me and him are valuable. Bring both of us on. What's up, Brad? We have to change the conversation. We also have to demand. But I know it's y'all, I ain't going to give up that check, Robert. I understand. Then do what Roland Martin and Karen Hunter did. Create your own. See, can't nobody fire us from Chop Shop. We got to fire ourselves. We should never be dependent upon one entity to deliver content and truth and facts and entertainment and goodness. We shouldn't be begging for a seat at no table. Do y'all know how powerful we are in the summer basketball community in Houston? We should run all of this shit. But we just got too many I'm looking out for me. 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 Should nothing go do this. Nobody come out of town and talk about setting up shop in here. Y'all got to be at your mind. It's the only place that it happens in. Let me keep going. Because we're always begging for a seat at the table. Build your own damn table. We have tools, we have weapons to build our own. See, what I like about Joe Madison, he refused to go anywhere by himself. Chris Walker have this show. He said, look, I know I'm going to be gone soon, man. I'm going to go try to be a high school coach. You and Jimmy got to keep this. He brought somebody with him. You can't go nowhere by yourself. I don't want to be in the only one. He said, I was the only black at the party. Then I'm at the wrong damn party. I don't want to be the face. I'm tired of people talking about the first. That's one of my pet peeves. Because if it wasn't for certain systemic stuff, we would have been the first a long time ago. But Joe Madison refused to go anywhere by himself. He brought everybody with him. See, Dennis ain't nowhere to run, no place to hide. When white people trying to play that generation off against this generation, against each other. Y'all listen to me. The man went to Sudan. If you don't know, study the history of Sudan. A war zone, doing genocide. Joe Madison went over there with his radio show, brought people out of bondage, physically brought them, thousands of people out of bondage. And some of y'all ain't never heard of it. This black history. We talk about the same old black history people all the time. Martin Luther King. No. He went on a hunger strike. Y'all, he had cancer. Hunger strike for 73 days for voting rights, which we still don't have, by the way, codified into law. He did this while sick with prostate cancer, putting his life literally on the line. Our responsibility is duty. Yes, we're going to sit up here and have fun. We're going to talk about sports. We're going to do this. But why do you think, I know God didn't give Robert Hatter this platform so he can sit up here and talk about the Super Bowl? Hell no. Y'all know how much them tickets are out there? That regular people like everybody else ain't going to be able to get in. We have to make this world better, man. For us, let's start with our own community. The news, when Joe Madison breaks on the first day of Black History Month, think about it, y'all. It's consistent with what? Sacrifice. Because that's what was his mottos. Roland Martin told a story that where they were trying to get Nancy Pelosi on the air. But she kept dodging everybody and avoiding everybody. So Joe went on his show and said, look here. Said, I don't know why you're ducking Roland. I don't know why you're ducking April Ryan. I don't know why you get... And kept getting on her. And guess what happened? Nancy Pelosi office called Joe Madison. And he gets the interview. He got the interview with Obama. See, we shouldn't care who got it. Interview. As long as one of us got it. It was needed to get it. I hope y'all heard what I just said. At least one of us got it done. Why I'm mad at Brad Kimball. Why I'm mad at Sonya. Because Sonya getting it. Long as Sonya. So we just got to make sure Sonya head right. She got to be part of the collective. Because some of us, y'all, we get a little position and we just go and man, ain't got time for that no more. And there lies the lesson. If they're going to try to duck one of you, so now we have places that they can't run and hide. They got to come to here. They got to come to the Chop Shop. They got to come to Jeffrey Day's show. They got to come. See, they can run and hide on places like the Breakfast Club. Them two damn fools sit up there and had that Nimrata, Nikki Haley on there and not answer her the right questions. And let her get on there and lie on the Breakfast Club. That's why I don't watch that mess. See, I'm trying to duplicate myself. I hope some young, I'm trying to duplicate myself. Every day I'm trying to duplicate myself. Every single person that has a microphone got to know how to ask questions. I didn't study for this. Man, I'm sitting up here asking coaches questions I ain't never think about. I'm asking coaches questions. Then I go back and look at the interview and I'm sitting there saying, damn, Robert, that was a hell of a question. Did you asking the coaches and the players after the game? I ain't never studied for that. I ain't never trained for that. But if I got this microphone in front of me, I better know what the hell I'm doing. See, most people, programs, they lower the bar. See, my greatest day would be when somebody called and said, hey man, I heard about the Chop Shop from somebody else's show. That's why I try to pour into other people. That means that their reach makes our reach so much better. That should be the goal. And that standard can't be lowered. See, intergenerationally, we have to, some things we got to confront because this society we live in now is absolutely committed to dumbing us down for consumer purposes. They want us to talk about dumbass stuff like Cat Williams talking about other black people. Then he doubled down and forgot that crazy Monique finna come and talk about people. This society we live in is listen, they are absolutely committed to dumbing us down for consumer purposes. What up, Tony? What's up, D White? Yeah, D White. Yeah, it's Black History. It's Black History Month. Yeah. I'm gonna give you some sports in a minute, but I got to give you some life first, so your ass can be able to live through and see your sports. Joe Madison set a standard. We have to continue that standard. That generational standard is being lowered unless you are deliberate about not letting them lower it for you. See, what I did and what I watched, Joe Madison curated the appetite of his listeners. That's what I'm trying to do. Because our taste buds has been distorted. We like hot Cheetos. So when I bring something and you can taste it, it takes time to curate the appetite. Because you've been used to eating hot Cheetos and Coca-Cola. Son, I know it's hard, the stuff that I say, because y'all be saying, why he went against what John Luke? Y'all, if it's not right, it's not right, no matter who does it. You talking about your program. If it's not right, I don't care who program it is. It takes time to curate an appetite. See, these people shouldn't be able to come in this basketball space and duck. We all should know that. They couldn't duck. All of us should know who they are. So they would have to go outside of this ecosystem to thrive. See, those who rely on keeping us in certain positions in this social structure absolutely are aware of that. That is why they keep showing up in places that the appetite is hot Cheetos and Coke. To all the people who are pumping out hot Cheetos, I ain't gonna name nobody but Skip, to a point. What is your obligation? Even if you can't resist the shiny things in the street, which they know you can't, it's still your responsibility to name check all of those other people. When I think about Joe Madison, man, first time in 50 years an American broadcast from Cuba, and he went. And you ask, sometimes some people ask me, well, Robert, what's your angle on this show? My angle is freedom. I don't want y'all to be, y'all don't have to be messed up like that no more. I'm going to pivot a little bit. I just had to share that with y'all. You know, thinking about these young ladies I just mentioned to you, Hannah Hidalgo for Notre Dame. You got to watch her. Got to watch her. The future of basketball is in good hands. All your basketball team, Prairie View, shout out all the Prairie basketball. I'm going to tell you, you can have all the size you want, but your team will only be as good as your guards. Saw that this weekend. The PJ Henry and Jonathan Cisse put on a show for Texas Southern. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to tell you one more time. When that game Prairie View plays TSU in Houston, I don't want a seat empty. Because those people at Prairie View, they showed up and showed out. And y'all always talk about you want somebody that's winning. TSU's winning. So get your lazy butt. Find out. Call over there and find out how you can get tickets to that game. I'm telling you, it's gonna be epic. Let me see what I saw other night. I saw some things. I'm trying to shout out to. I didn't realize this until it was too late. But I'm gonna show y'all something. This is what a Howard Hampton game looked like the other night. That's what it looked like the other night. 14,000, I think. Let me see. Let me make sure I got it, man. 14,000 attended the Howard Hampton men's basketball game. Michael B. Jordan gave a beautiful speech to the fans. It's called the Legacy Classic. Jackson State and Grambling played in the game too. It was a classic. But check this out, Michael B. Jordan. Watch this. I want y'all to check this out.
I just want to say thank you guys so much for coming out. You guys have grown with me over the years. This is our third annual HBCU Classic. You know what I'm saying? Invesco QQQ Legacy Classic. It's our third year. Last year, we doubled the attendance. You know, we got more sponsors. We had more love, more results. And this is our third year, and we're bigger than ever. And honestly, just looking at you guys, it brings joy to my heart. And it's not just about me. It's really about these students and the HBCUs and these players that are out here playing. As a kid, as a student, being competitive, and especially as an athlete, your biggest dream is to play in a packed arena on the biggest stage on a nationally televised game. and how much the crowd actually means to them. So all the cheers, all the boos, all the claps, all the support that you're giving these HBCUs, all these players, it means the world to them. So continue to support them, continue to support Nort, and we always gonna be here. So I appreciate y'all. Thank you so much. I just want to say.
Did y'all hear that? Maybe if you heard it from Michael B. Jordan, maybe you'll come out to the game. Those kids enjoyed the fans in there. Let me give you a little something. Watch this. Man, I love our young talented people. That was during the girls' game. Because it was, you couldn't find a seat during the men's game. And these young ladies deserve y'all support too. So get out there and see them early. Share the show, everybody. What else I got? I was going to take a break, but it's so much stuff out here. Gosh. Saw something LeBron said to the young players. And I don't know if I taped it or not, but I want to share it to y'all. If I did, no, I did not. Did I do LeBron? No, I did not. I did not do LeBron. All he was just talking about, his message to young players is learn the history of the game, respect the ones that came before you, even if they disrespect you. It's okay. It's absolutely okay. Know who paved the way for you. Understand what a professional is about. Show up to work. Be ready to work. Be on time. You be late. Then I looked at, they gave me a story. The Memphis Grizzlies had got some of the bad luck in the world. Listen to this, y'all. It ain't but 13 players on a basketball team, NBA basketball team. 13 active, on active roster. Then you got 2 extra ones, and then you got the two-way players. The Grizzlies have 13 players out due to injury today versus the Celtics. Only 8 players are available to play tonight. Luke Kennard, David Roddy, Scottie Pippen Jr., he on a 2-way. G.G. Jackson, he on a 2-way. Jacob Gilliard, he's on a 2-way. Trey Johnson, he's on a 10-day. Matthew Hurt is on a 10-day. Toussaint Aberwan, he's on a 10-day. Did y'all hear what I just said? Did y'all hear what I just said? The fact that he pulled that off in New Jersey speaks volumes. Absolutely. Michael B. Jordan. Yeah, they pulled that out. That was in Newark, New Jersey. 14,000 people. Ain't too many HBCUs up in Newark, New Jersey. But did y'all see what's going on in the NBA? Hold on, let me help y'all one more time. The Grizzlies have 13 players out due to injury today. They play in Boston. They got 8 players available. Look who these 8 players are. Half of y'all don't even know them. They got Luke Kennard, David Roddy, Scottie Pippen Jr., he on a 2-way deal. G.G. Jackson on a 2-way deal. Jacob Gilliard, 2-way deal. Trey Jamison, 10-day contract. Matthew Hurt, 10-day contract. Toussaint Aberwan, 10-day contract. They got 3 guys on a 10-day deal, 3 guys on a 2-way deal, and other 2 guys, journeyman. Wow. Then they expect for y'all to pay to see that mess? I got something for you. I'm going to give this to you. Got to give this to you too. Oh my God, I got so much. Y'all got so much stuff. Got to give this to you though. Because Black History Month, right? And I got 10 Black History Month commandments. I'm just going to give you one today. Okay. You know, I just got 10 commandments for you. I'm going to give you one today. It's February, right? And you know what that means. It's Black History Month. For 1 month each year, America engages in a performative month-long holiday that celebrates Black people's contributions to this country. Since 2024 is a leap year, we get an extra day to be Black. Okay? While Black History Month is necessary for some people dealing with white people's questions, microaggressions, or Caucasian curiosity causes some consternation. If you find this 29-day respite from white history to be a harrowing experience, we have compiled a list of do's and don'ts that can help you survive every Black History Month. Y'all got me? I got some. Trying to make it big. Feel free to write some of this stuff down and post it on your refrigerator and save it as a morning mantra. Okay? Okay. In any case, here is one. This one I'm gonna get. This one I'm gonna give you first. All right, y'all ready? If you don't get it all, go back later and get it and write it down. Here we go. 10 Black commandments. I'm gonna give you one today. Black History Month command. Don't get over the past. Y'all hear what I said? Don't get over the past. If you don't bring up slavery, racial terrorism, post-discrimination that Black people endured, somebody will unfairly ask you, why can't you just get over it? While this question may seem offensive, it is very relevant during Black History Month. Why can't white people get over the fact that white supremacy has to die? Why did they have to replace slavery with mass incarceration? Why couldn't Reconstruction era racial terrorists get over the fact that their slaves were free? Why couldn't the segregationists who spat on Black kids, integrated schools, get over Jim Crow? Why can't cities move past redlining? Why couldn't the daughters of the Confederacy, lost cause advocates, get over the fact that the South got its ass kicked? Why can't Moms for Liberty overcome the whitewash history they have learned in the social study books? Perhaps it's because history is not something that you should be forgotten or ignored, ladies and gentlemen. We're not supposed to get over the past. We're supposed to learn from it. We are supposed to repair things that are broken and fix systems that are flawed. That's exactly how the nations become a more perfect union. That's one. I'm going to wait till tomorrow to give you the other one. I'm going to give you one a day. I'm going to give you one a day. I got 10 of them. That started off there. But let me tell you something. I saw something. If you're a small guard See how I switched? If you're a small guard who wants to play at a high level in D1, you better compete like this. I got something. See, I always had to give y'all something. Because a lot of y'all said, but Robert, ain't nobody told my son how to do this. Watch this. If you have a small guard, make sure you let them know Mr. Hatter got this just for you, baby. You go to the curse, you go on YouTube and go to the curse and pull out that spot, that little spot right there, and send it to your little small guard. If you want to play high level Division I basketball, that's how your little butt got the guard. Thank you, Johnny. Johnny, I'm not done. I'm not done. I got a mailbag. And they said college coaches rarely ever go to gyms, events to discover players anymore. They go off lists and through people they know. Somebody sent that to me. Is that true? Is that true? College coaches rarely go to gyms and events to discover players anymore. They go off a list. So when they go in there, they always had their mind made up who they come to see. I listen. I've been with college coaches, and they tell me, "Hey man, I need to go in this gym. I need to see him. I need to go in." They coaches, they assistant coaches already got it mapped out where they're supposed to go. So they rarely go to gyms and event to discover players anymore. Somebody sent that to me. Then somebody said, it's a true story. They sent it to me. They said, public school kid text their mom at halftime of a JV game about not playing, and their mom called the AD, and there was a meeting. Y'all, we can't make this stuff up. Parents of public school players are now regularly going to the AD, are requesting meetings with coaches. High school years are important, y'all. They go from kids to young adults in 4 years. Go let them grow and earn what they get, parents. Somebody said, I feel public school coaches, the stuff that y'all deal with as far as parents go, this foolishness. Hey, y'all, I ain't gonna lie. I'm so sick of the parents in summer basketball right now. I promise you I wouldn't like them. I'm so sick. I ain't never come tell nobody about my son not playing. Set his little ass down there on that bench if he ain't playing right. Kids talk back to coaches, don't show up for workouts and conditioning, and damn sure don't put in quality time on their own to get better, but they have the nerve to complain. Somebody said sound like private school kids. Public school kids doing it too. Coach, you doing it. That's my mailbag today. Hold on. Got something else for you. This gonna go down the line. Yeah, hold on. I had something I had to show y'all. What was that? What was that? You know what? I enjoyed this. No, I didn't. I enjoyed it. I'm finna show y'all something. What in the hell is wrong with college basketball players at New Mexico State right now?
In off the bench. Three is too heavy there for Petway. So we'll step aside with 11:51 left here in the first half. Robinson in off the bench. Three is too heavy there for Petway. So we'll step aside with 11:51 left here in the first half. Robinson in off the bench. Three is too heavy there.
Did y'all see that man hit that boy? New Mexico, Robert Carpenter, suspended indefinitely for punching opponent in the face. Let me show it again.
In off the bench. Three is too heavy there for Petway. So we'll step aside with 11:51 left here in the first half. Robinson in off the bench.
Hell is
Three
wrong
is
with
too
this
heavy there
damn
for
fool,
Petway.
man?
So we'll step aside with 11:51 left here in the first half. Robinson in off the bench. Three is too heavy there for Petway.
He sucker punched the kid, man. Yo.
So we'll step aside with 11:51 left here in the first.
What do y'all think about that? Because I'm gonna hold my comments. I'm gonna hear y'all comments. What y'all think about that? Explain that to me. I've never did it. I played in some of the most physical basketball games ever. And I'm gonna repeat this again. To all of you little kids who in Houston, I've been watching y'all play high school basketball. This basketball is getting worse again. Remember, I bragged about y'all and said this, y'all basketball was getting better. I went to a basketball game the other day. Y'all are freaking terrible. Y'all you're getting worse. But I went and saw TSU play. Well, I called the game TSU in Prairie View. That was a high-level basketball game, Key Fob, the other night. It was physical. See, our problem is, why when we make a basket, we want to, why we got the too small? Why? High level game. A lot of you kids, let me tell y'all something. Man, y'all couldn't break the lineup at TSU or Prairie View. You might play a couple of games. You might start a couple of games. But y'all have got to get so much better. I'm seeing some habits out of some of our young players that's just, and it's habits. The stuff they keep doing and constantly doing. And you try to tell them, but the only person they probably would listen to is the high school coach, because he controlled the playing time. I know. Somebody sent me talking about the coach staff got fired. Yes, a whole new coaching staff. But this school brought in another damn fool. I got a question. Black History Month, right? I got a question. I was up in the middle of the night, I couldn't sleep. Couldn't sleep. And saw this movie called Lady Sings the Blues. Depiction, story about Billie Holiday, played by Diana Ross, one of my favorite ever entertainers, ever, Diana Ross. So, movie came out when I was a little boy, a long time ago. You know, we couldn't. I don't think I could have watched it back then, but I appreciated the movie last night. It was on late last night. And I was just thinking about Black history and how important Billie Holiday is in Black history. The film ended on a high note. She was performing at Carnegie Hall at the end. But it was interesting to me. See, they got a whole, if you go to the African American Museum in DC, they had a whole section on this, Lady Sing the Blues. It was an interesting way to end a film. It could have ended with a tragic death, but it didn't. But instead, it goes back to her highest moment. She had lost her cabaret license because she got caught using drugs. Not selling them, using them. The seller was never talked about. The user is heroin. She shot stuff up. I love this ending of the movie. You got to go see it. Billy D. Williams, one of my favorite actors. Diana Ross, Richard Pryor. Great movie. But I was sitting there thinking about it, right? Like I said, I love the ending because it was a sense of not a broken woman, but a woman who sort of rallied her skills based on her relationships and performed at Carnegie Hall in a way that people still talk about today. I thought the sound and the look of her, I was just see me knowing what I know now. 20 years ago, I would have looked at this movie different. Now, this is the lens of Robert Hatter now, looking at a movie different. This is how I critiqued the movie last night. I thought, like I said, the sound, they were, and them, you know, they put some stuff in it. They dipped in and put some stuff about she lost her cabaret license. She was convicted of drugs again, and she ultimately died. They just threw that in. They didn't make it big. It's just letting you know that happened in the movie. And it was sad, but it was also in a way uplifting. It said, let's not remember her death. Let's remember her life. Let's not remember the drug convictions. Let us remember her sound. So if you ever have a chance to go take a look at that, y'all, you owe it to yourself to take a look at it during Black History Month. You owe it to yourself to take a look at it. And Lady Sings the Blues, unbelievable. And the unique thing I love about it, Barry Gordy, it was a Motown movie production. He went from doing doing music, and his stars became big stars. And it put him in a situation where now he can branch over into movies because his stars were so big. And but I just I thought it was unique. Me seeing this movie last night, I saw it different than I ever saw it. Barry Gordy was a genius. Wow, he was a genius. And I just sit back, and people don't talk about them. What this does, it takes creativity. He said, you can't limit me into just making records. What we doing is shaping not just the sound, but the vision of young America. So when I saw that, man, and by telling this story, Barry Gordy, we're expanding who gets to understand Billie Holiday. Y'all, because guess what? Those people who followed Diana Ross like me made me want to look into and know, because I didn't know what Billie Holiday, that was before my time. But that's why it's important for us to make our own movies and make our own, make our own. Because ain't nobody going to tell it the way we tell it. In some ways, really important piece of maneuvering by Barry Gordy. Shout out to him. It's important people like Suzanne DePass, who became one of the key players in the Motown productions. This opened up doors and new possibilities and allowed America to tap his toes in a way that they didn't anticipate. A black man doing this movie and wind up being this successful and this good. So shout out to that's a Black History moment. Billie Holiday, Diana Ross, Barry Gordy, Suzanne DePass, great people that paved the way for the Tyler Perrys and all of these black actors and directors and people who are doing it now. So I always got to remember it was some people there before we ever got here. So Jimmy, I'm bringing you in now. What's going on, Doc?
What's going on? It's Monday. It's Funday Monday around the country. Oh man, it's going into the big game week, and you guys noticed I had somebody the other day ask me, "Hey, we I think one of the TV broadcasts we got coming up this week. It was like, we can't say the word Super Bowl on the television on the show." I say, yeah, they've been done that. That's been years ago when they trademarked and were strict and stern. That's why a lot of people always call it the big game, the big bowl, everything except Super Bowl. So that's in regarding to the football news. NBA All-Star teams have been solidified since last we've been on the air. And of course, the 3-point contestants were announced today as well. And of course, Damian Lillard is an obvious. Halliburton is in there. Malik Beasley, Jalen Brunson, and the kid Laurie from Utah is among those that have been selected. So a lot of people are voicing displeasure over. It's always going to be somebody feel to get snubbed, and that is Mason Allen, who's, he's shooting near 50% from 3-point land, then that should, but I don't know the details and regarding that. Now also Steph Curry last week, I think came out with the news that he is going against one of the young ladies in a 3-point challenge. It will be with a different ball. It will be with a different 3-point line. The young lady from I want to say Sabrina.
Sabrina Ionescu.
Yeah, from the WNBA. She will be shooting
Jimmy,
from
where
the
did you get Malik Beasley from?
That is, I say those are
What team
sources.
is he on?
Milwaukee.
I'm talking about what team. He an all-star?
No, the 3-point contest.
Oh, okay. I thought you said he was an all-star. Okay.
I was just talking about 3-point contest.
Okay. I thought you said he was an all-star. I said, Malik Beasley, an all-star? Okay.
No,
Okay. I misread something. You threw me off.
Not misread. Listen, it wasn't misread.
Yeah.
I was talking about, I mentioned All-Star game, and I mentioned 3-point contest, and I named the guys that were selected. And I named one guy that's hitting right at 50% from the field that did not get included in that, who wanted to be there. Now I'm talking about the Steph Curry and Sabrina going in their challenge, which is going to that's going to be a much watched inclusion of the All-Star game. I mean, it's going to go back to when one of those things where we know Steph Curry's, should beat her, but don't get it twisted. That young lady is shooting from her 3-point line where she's comfortable. This is not a gimme. This is not a gimme. And I'm just telling you, it's not like Billie Jean
Is she
King.
known as the best in the world?
That's what I'm saying, though. But
I got a question. Is she known as the best ever?
In her as best female.
No, she ain't known as the best ever, Jimmy. No.
Best female.
She ain't known as the best female ever 3-point shooter.
Right now.
No.
She's the best right now. Right now in the league. Yeah, she's the best they have to offer right now. So guess what? But the thing is, it's different. They're not.
She's the most marketable right now. That's why she there.
It's more than that. More than that, she earned it. If they're gonna get down, she earned it. She's knocking them down.
She earned it. What did she do to earn it?
She earned that spot.
Tell me what did she do to earn it?
Listen, Steph Curry is not leading the league.
No. I asked you, what did she do to earn it?
If there's going to be a female to go against them and increase the viewership during this moment, who else but her?
I said they just won it. She didn't earn it. She ain't earned nothing.
Why didn't she?
What did she earn?
Her, okay, if not her, then whom?
You said she earned. What did she earn? What did she do? Give me one of her feats that she did that she spoke. Tell me, give me something that she did that was so earth-shattering.
In the WNBA, in the WNBA, she has multiple moments where she has unloaded and unleashed and connected on 3-pointers from well behind the stripe and in a form that kind of mirrored a female version of a Steph Curry. So she's provided numerous moments of that. So
she got her own shoe, Jimmy. That's why she in that thing.
So she's
that
the only one
matters in this. That matters.
So she's the only person that has her own shoe in the WNBA.
Yeah, who else got one?
She's the only person that has her own shoe.
I'm just saying. Who else with Nike got? I'm talking about with Nike. She got dudes wearing her shoes. Wait a minute. Who is the outfitter for Nike?
NECA has her own shoe.
How many people you have seen wear NECA shoe?
Well, I'm not paying attention to females.
Jimmy, go to the gym now. Hold up. Next time you go to the gym, you're going to see some little young boys wearing Sabrina shoes right now. They wearing Sabrina shoes right now in the gym.
What made them want to go and buy her shoe? What do you think?
It looked nice. It's a nice looking shoe.
So that's the only reason that they said I'm going to go and.
That's why you buy a shoe, because you like it.
What?
I ain't seen nobody buy no James Harden shoes.
A shoe that has a person's signature on it, it is more than just the look of the shoe. Sometimes, and more oftentimes than not. So if they are buying her and wearing her shoe, what do you think is the reason that they're going to pick her shoe?
Trey Phillips, Coach, maybe you can help him because he ain't got it right. She said she hit more threes in a women all-star shootout than the men have made. So this year they created this. Show me where that at. Send me that information. Because I knew it was something.
She earned it. She earned it then. As I just said, that goes up under that umbrella. She earned it. If not her, then whom?
It would have to do anything with her being Kobe affiliated?
But you got to still perform. You can resemble whatever. You can have the other stuff and make the resume looks good, but you got to still be able to perform. And that's the thing. You got
Big Coach said he got 2 pair of girls' shoes right now. I bet he ain't got he don't even know Neckel got no. That man never Neckel got a shoe. I can't believe you said that.
No, that's the truth. What part of it is
what shoe Neckel got? What's it called? What is it called?
It's an Adidas.
What is it called? I know this one called a Sabrina 1.
I just told you a while ago, I'm not paying attention to women's shoe. So that excludes me from any further conversation about the women's shoes in basketball. But I do know one thing, this young lady right here earned the being the selection to be opposite Steph Curry. If there's going to be a female that is actively playing in the WNBA. Then when you're talking about people from the older days.
I ain't saying they earn nothing. I think it's a gimmick. You sell stuff. Earn just hard for me.
No, this is a time where
earning just hard for me.
Whereas, understand, the viewership of WNBA games, albeit it's more than 2 decades long, well, 3 decades, more than 3 decades long, it's at an all-time high. They're watching it all over now, more places than not. And I can get it, and I can understand it's a whole different topic going into the undercurrents of it. But they're watching this. And I'm noticing they're promoting it more on the networks such as ESPN.
So they got a regular 3-point contest and then the special 3-point contest between these two. That's what you
said. The special is just only between those two. That's it. Only between them. Okay. It's like a what they called it back in the days, the battle of the sexes, the challenge, but it is not, they're not shooting with the same ball, and they are Steph Curry.
They shouldn't shoot with the same ball. Why you even bring that up? They should shoot with the brain. They never shot with the same ball.
They're not shooting from the same distance,
and they should shoot for the same distance.
So that's what I'm saying. So there's a big difference.
Jimmy, what is the difference? Stephon Curry is used to for shooting at his distance, and she's used to shooting at her distance. That is nothing big to brag about.
That's pretty much like in baseball, if one get to swing with aluminum and one get to swing with wood.
No, it's not.
It's pretty much like that.
That's where that lady shoot from all the time, man. And that's what Steph shoot from all the time.
Okay, so what if Steph Curry came in and shot it from her 3 then? Why not bring Steph to her 3-point line?
Because that ain't where he shoot from.
That ain't what if Steph came in, they would say that ain't fair. It would not be fair then. Oh, why? No, you're not gonna ask her to go further out.
I'm just gonna zip it.
Yeah, that's not this. It's not totally equivalent. That's different. That's like one guy in the weight room having a spotter versus the other guy getting it off his chest, getting it off the rack. It's not the same. But at the same time, it will be interesting. It will be entertaining. It will be spirited. And guess what? By being in on there, there's still going to be a lot of pocket change that's going to be wagered among peers on the sidelines on this shootout. You can best believe that. There's nothing. I mean, it's going to be, that's how it goes. There's always bets going on that you guys are not privy to because nobody's not going to report to the IRS how much they just want on the side bet. It's sitting there on court side, but there's going to be plenty of them. You can bet, rest assured on that. We got also, speaking of basketball, Joel Embiid. That young man accidentally fell on that leg, and now Joel Embiid
He was hurt
is going to
already.
miss.
He was hurt already. He was hurt already.
Yeah, but not like this, Al. That's a lot of weight on that leg. Not like this. So now the thing is with Joel Embiid, is he going to return this season or not? That they don't know that until they get inside their knee and on his recovery, how it responds to his healing. Because you can be rest assured that I think it's since you're going up in there, you might well fix whatever else up in there wrong. You know, when it's like a guy going up in the motor on the car. Mechanic might well, while you're up under there, might well go on and fix this and fix that. That's the thing. That's the question. Are they going to divulge, or that's the only thing they're going to do and get the hell up out that knee? Or are they going to go ahead on and patch some other stuff up? It's a great season, man, especially young fella like Tyrese Maxey has been having. The team, I mean, they were looking good this season. But that's hurt. That stinks for him. At the same time, the thing about the NBA is, one man's agony is another man's, in a sense, is an opportunity for the next man up. So that means Junior Lofton is probably expected to be, put back up. He's on
they
a
got
two-way
guys
deal.
in front of Junior, man. Junior in the G League. They got guys.
I understand that, but he would be expected to be thrust back up onto the main team, which is the 76ers, and that means the opportunity for him to get some minutes, 10 minutes here, 8 minutes there. That's better than no minutes at all in the NBA, especially when you're seeking a contract coming up a year away. So that's the thing with him, and that's one of the things. Of course, a team like Philly has about five. Philly, meaning the 76ers, has about 5 guys with H-Town ties on that roster.
And that was one of the reasons I told y'all a long time ago about Joel Embiid and his knees and his health, and him talking about he want to play in the Olympics. Y'all don't understand. Y'all got to go look at them knees. You go take a look at them ugly ass knees one time in person. You'll understand. It's amazing how this dude even walking around, man. It's amazing how he even walking around. I'm telling you. He just, he got his money. He just a giant, man. And giants, that knee is so much stress be on those knees. And it just, yeah, it's sad. It's sad for him, but guess what? Hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. He said, they can sign Dwight Howard. Man, ain't nobody going to sign no Dwight Howard. Dwight Howard and talk himself out of the league. I don't think it's bad as Greg Oden. Somebody tell me Greg Oden. It's not as bad as Greg Oden, but Joel Embiid, that's why I was talking about Jim. That's why I was trying to explain to y'all he wasn't going to play in the Olympics. Because
you were saying that he wasn't going to play because he was not going to. He's not going to want to play.
No,
he's not.
I said he wasn't going to be able. I know what I was talking about.
And then I said at the end of that same conversation, if that dude is available to play and healthy, he will be playing. He wanted to play.
But the thing is, he ain't gonna be healthy. That's the point.
Yeah, that was a whole different conversation. That's
what I was talking about.
No. At first, it was two different phases.
I know what I was talking about. Jimmy, I know people that know him. I know what he was going to do.
2 different days. One was before he announced. Then I came back and say, "Hey,
Jimmy
dude said he going to play."
I was trying to tell you, I shouldn't even brought it up because you still don't understand. You still don't understand what I was telling you. I was just trying to tell you, you can want him to play. He can say he want to play, but he's not going to play. He's not healthy. He ain't healthy in the off season. That's the
Okay,
point.
so what's the difference between? So that means does that same thing apply for Anthony Davis?
I ain't talking about Anthony Davis. I'm talking about this particular one guy.
The same
You
logic
know why I
that
know
you
this? Because I
applying,
know the guy who coached him.
the same logic that you applying to him,
I'm
don't
not talking
apply
about
to Anthony
Anthony
Davis.
Davis. No, I'm not
But doesn't
talking
he?
about Anthony Davis.
Hold on. Isn't he hurt every year?
But I'm not
Doesn't
talking
he have
about.
bad? Didn't he have bum knees?
Hey, I didn't get inside information telling me that he's not going to play on Anthony Davis. I had inside information telling me this dude wasn't going to play.
You saying he's not going to play is based on him getting. You saying healthy. So what you're saying is you were wishing and hoping that he got hurt
No,
to
I
prove
don't.
yourself. That's what you're saying.
He is never healthy.
If he is, oh man. So that don't apply to Anthony Davis?
I ain't talking about Anthony Davis. I'm talking about Joel Embiid.
So you saying
Anthony,
he's
hold on, excuse me. Let me help you out. Because you still
never healthy.
Hey, I'm gonna give you this. If you can't understand this, I'm gonna just let you talk by yourself. If you can't understand this, you talking about Anthony Davis. Do you know Joel Embiid spent his first 2 or 3 years and didn't even play because he was hurt? Did you know that? When first years in the league, they call it the process. Do you know that? Okay. That's the point I'm trying to tell you. In the off season, he'll say, well, I'm playing this and I'm playing this. But he wasn't going to play because he can't. Jimmy, it's enough to get this big ass dude ready for a season. Him doing another season in the Olympics, it's gonna be virtually impossible, man. That's the point I was coming in. I don't care what you say. That's the point that I was trying to make to y'all because I talked to people that was around him. That's all.
If the guy was healthy, he was going to be on the team for the Olympics because he knew this was his only chance to go and get a gold medal. And that's for some people that completes them once they get to a certain phase. They want to win a championship. They'll take an Olympic championship rather than because they can't win nothing nowhere else. Some people take that Olympic consolation, a la Carmelo Anthony. If they can't get it nowhere else. And then guess what? This guy here, and some people had probably twist his arm, and he said it. At first it was speculation what he was going to play because he qualified for 3 different countries to play in. And he finally said, you know what? It ain't going to be France. It ain't going to be the African team. If I play, it's going to be for USA. And that's what I hope to be healthy enough to play. And guess what? He suffered an injury that was unrelated to anything pre-existing in regard to the injury he suffered. A guy fell on that.
You need to quit reading them goddamn newspapers. That's all I can tell you.
200.
They were quick. They about to have a lawsuit against them because they saying it was an injury unrelated, but there's a whole lot of stuff going on with Joel Embiid. That's all I'm gonna tell you. But you keep on reading them articles.
250 pounds, fall on that knee. He was gonna miss some time no matter what. Now, how much time? But like I say, once again, once they go up under that hood, whatever else that need to be fine-tuned and whatever spark plug need to be changed out, that's what they might as well do. So they going up in that knee. They going up in there with the scope and with the cameras.
Aaron Wilfer got a nice quote. He said, with a lot of these teams facing injuries, what solutions do you think these teams have in place? What do you mean, Aaron Wilfer? Aaron Wilfer, I'm finna show you a solution. I'll be showing. I said it earlier, Aaron. You just got on here, right? I said it earlier. Let me help you out. Boy, thank you, Aaron. I like that one. Watch this. I got something for you. Keep that up on it. Let me keep you up on the screen. I got something for you. Let me just give you one. Let me give you one solution. Aaron, hold on. Let me put you back up there. The Memphis Grizzlies, Aaron Wilf. Let me stop. Aaron Wilf, it is just 13 active players on a regular roster. You can keep 2 or 3 more not active, and you can have three two-way players, right? So, but 13 can be active at a game. All right? All right. So, but guess what happened to the Grizzlies? They have 13 players that are out due today with injuries. They got to play the Boston Celtics tonight. 13 players out. They only have 8 players available to play today. Guess who those players are? Evan Wilford, Luke Kennard, David Roddy, Scottie Pippen Jr., two-way, G.G. Jackson, two-way, Jacob Gilliard, two-way. So that's just 5. Well, yeah, that's 5. So then they got Trey Jameson on a 10-day, Matthew Hurt on a 10-day, and Tucson Obiwan on a 10-day. So they got 3 guys on a 10-day playing tonight. They got 3 two-way guys playing tonight, and David Roddy and Luke Kennard. So that's how we said a lot of these teams are facing injury. What solution? That's your solution. That's your solution. I hope I help you. That's your solution right there. It's unbelievable, man.
Well, I mean, if you're promoting the G League as next up, and this is the next, and you're part of the lure is these players would go, in which the NBA have done a lot more to put them, I guess, with the promotion of some of them, I mean, by including them in the All-Star weekend, which is big for a lot of those guys. A lot of those guys that play in there, they are on in the summer league, which is a whole different entity now than it used to in yesteryear. A lot of those guys are there; they're visible. So by going and promoting a lot of those guys, that's good for the machine. What it does, it holds true that okay, you can go here and you can have a chance. In other years, they would go and bring a guy out of retirement to probably fill some of those slots. You know, just like somebody did last week, didn't it? One of the NBA teams brought the little guard. Who's that? Brought the little guard back out of retirement. Isaiah Thomas.
He didn't come. That was fake news, Jimmy.
Oh, that was fake? Okay.
Yeah. Ball Sack Sports put that up there.
Oh, and
you got to watch that.
I didn't know. That's why I just say it. That's why I put it in question.
No, he did not. He did not get a call.
I didn't put it in the form of a statement. Put it in the form of a question.
Yeah.
That way you verify that.
Yeah,
and so, but that's the G League thing situation. That's great because I do know that 2 young men that's been doing pretty damn well in the G League, and that's Kendrick Davis and Donovan Stretch Williams. So Donovan Stretch Williams is doing really, really good, man.
Different league. Different league.
A different league, but it's the same league that some of these guys, that 4 of these guys that's playing for Memphis tonight.
They doing this out of necessity.
Yeah,
these dudes would never play if these guys weren't hurt.
Yeah, but here's the deal though. These are auditions. These are auditions, and not just for your.
Jimmy, they audition every day in the G League.
Yeah, but some kids get better, Heather, and some kids don't, and some kids you can play against you and realize, like, wait a minute, this dude he coming out there pick a little bit better. Oh, he catching and releasing a little bit. So some guys get better, and you don't. And remember, you can watch a person, or you can be paying attention to a person. And there's a lot of players that we, at some point in time, this is their golden opportunity to play their way into favor.
Man, they got 3 10-day contract guys on their team. 3 two-way players on their team. Some of them dudes got to start.
Guess what?
Against the Boston Celtics.
So know what that means? That means strength in numbers. That means they're not going to get beat 100-0. That means somebody's going to score 20 points tonight by law of averages. Somebody of those 7,
And
and
soon
by
as
then only
somebody get
7.
healthy, they're gonna have their ass back where they supposed to be.
But guess what? There's going to be one that's probably going to stick if he's consistently playing well in this due time. There's going to be one. Watch. That's the law of averages. The rest of the dudes, they'll throw them in, they'll be heavy trash. But there's going to be one that say, wait a minute, this dude worth giving a chance to. I like this. And that's how it goes. I know that like Kendrick Davis, they were hoping and probably thinking because of the Memphis connection that they would, but he's signed with Golden State and they would have to do a whole different, I don't know how that work. Would you
it don't take much if they really want him.
Yeah,
it don't take much.
They were hoping for him to get they meaning Kendrick Davis' side of the fence, not the Memphis Grizzlies side of the fence. Kendrick Davis' side of the fence were hoping that they would have reached because didn't he go to the at first
he got crib down there.
Huh? He went to the summer league with them, I think, with the Memphis team at first. Then we went to Golden State.
I don't.
Or you had to try out or something with them, or you had to work out or something with them. That's what it was. While he was playing with the college last year, and
Trey Jemison. I see why Trey Jemison got a 10-day contract. He's 6'11" center. Okay, he's 6'11". Man, I'm just sitting up here. Man, these dudes got 8 dudes, man. They got to go against Bob. They got to go against the Boston Celtics, man. He went to Clemson. They got to go against the Boston Celtics, man. I'm just looking at these guys, man. Matthew Hurt. Matthew Hurt. Boy, this NBA, boy. Hey, the All-Star game can't come no quicker. That's all I can say. It can't come no quicker. These people, man. These people are walking wounded. And then y'all get mad. Well, these dudes ain't load management. Wait a minute, did I show y'all the picture of they bench? Everybody got a crutch on the bench. Hold up. Everybody got a crutch. Yeah, but that's Memphis in bad shape, man. Cam McGriff is killing on the Memphis Hustle. He was the number 1 player. Yeah, but they didn't bring him up though. But it's good though, Jimmy. They get a chance to play in a real NBA game. Get real NBA credits for them games now. Them games they play in, them credits. Man, I played in a NBA game. I got a chance to fly on the private plane. I got a chance to stay at the 5-star hotels. I got a chance to get per diem, Jimmy. That per diem about $400 a day now. Might be $400 a day now. Might be $400 a day now. Every day they on a road trip. Them dudes be wanting that per diem, man. Rich as they are. They said, the first dude in line for his per diem is LeBron James.
Man, they gonna take that per diem right down into the bar at the 4th season and smash it on one of them little gals in the skirt.
Nah. He married, man. He ain't gonna do that. He's a married.
No, I ain't say him. I say they. I'm talking about them young boys get them per diem. That thing gone on the first. That's 2 drinks. That's gone.
Yeah,
they gone.
No, it's 2 drinks. That's more. Yeah. How much drinks cost at the 4th season? $20.
Where you get it from?
Oh, okay. Wow.
Say, you know my spot. The Post Oak got what's the name of my spot upstairs on the Post Oak, the other bar. What's the name of the other bar? I can't think of the name of it. The other bar, the private bar that you can't get to unless you are certain people at the Post Oak.
Oh, up there, I forgot the name of it.
I took my own bar up there too that time. I told you we went up there. Now 4 Seasons got one now.
Okay.
They say y'all trying to take all our business and get all these NBA teams to go over there to the Post so they can go upstairs. We got something to compete with that now.
That ain't what they got, man. Tim Fertitta was very, very proactive in getting these guys to come over to his hotel. Because at first some teams didn't want. I know one team that I called personally for them. He said, "Hell no, I'm not doing it." If he owned the freaking
they was thinking they're gonna be having cameras everywhere and try to
No, he just said, hell no, he ain't doing it. But
and
now, they came around. They came around. What
but like I said, the full season they done one up them now. They ain't just compete with them. They got to one up on them now. They're the full
I don't
season.
go out enough to even know no
Yeah,
more, though.
they got. I went over there. I went over there the other day, and they got a full-fledged speakeasy now in the postseason behind one of them walls. I'm talking about with the whole setup. I say, boy, look at here, look at go, and drinks now. Don't get it twisted now. Drinks $30 a piece now. When you go back in that speakeasy now, $30. But you can't get up in there if you wanted to. You got to be what they call it, vetted or verified before you even get up in that joint. But that's
Let me help your boy out because somebody asked about him. Let me help him about the two-way contracts. All it is, man, it's a contract. I'm trying to put it in layman's terms so you can understand. They got 3 spots that you can bring a guy. You can keep a guy on the G League, and he can play up to 50 games in the big leagues. Okay, up to 50 games. They said the NBA you have 3 players on the NBA two-way contracts who can be active for up to 50 games on their NBA team. So they can't play no more than 50 games. The players signed the two-way contracts are paid one salary for their time in both leagues. Only players with 3 or fewer years of service are able to sign two. They don't sign the older guys. It's got to be 3 years or younger. You can. That's all it is. It's just a contract. You're really a G League player, but if they need you, you can come up and play on the big boy team for up to 50 games. All right.
So if you guys remember a couple of years back when the Houston Rockets had Daniel House on a two-way contract, and it got tricky because at the time when they got him,
50 days, dude.
Huh?
It's 50 days now. You better go look it up. But keep going, Jim.
Yeah, they increased the amount of days.
They increased the amount of days, big coach, which you know it all at. Get out of Google. I'm telling you how many it is.
And Daniel House, it got to the point when they had, you only got so many 10 days that you could sign a player.
2.
Before you have to make a decision.
Yeah.
And with Daniel House, with the Rockets, he was doing so well with the opportunity that was presented to him. Similar thing. They brought him in with the Rockets. A couple of guys went down that year, and he started performing. It was like, man, he was performing. His output per minute became reliable to the point where he got part of the rotation. Then they say, well, damn, it came to the point where it was like he wanted a new contract. They could have signed him, but if they would have signed him, he would have been locked in, and he didn't want to be. It was a big discrepancy, and
I heard you tell that story. That was a week. I still don't understand that story.
Yeah, but it because of the money game, because the fact that he
lost.
He could have he gambled. He did one of those gambles on himself. He was like, well, let me go. If that's the case, I'll go somewhere else and play and get it out the mud. Kind of like a Jonathan Simmons type thing back in the days. Kind of, and guess what? I guess, he's still in the league, though, Hal. So, lost, I don't know. Maybe on the big end, he's like he winning right now. Because Philly going to sign him again if they haven't. He's serviceable up there. He's playing. He's part of the rotation. So we're, and going to get more opportunity and more touches with Joel out. That's 20 shots a game. They got to go somewhere else. He might get 3 of those possessions now. They'll get Tyrese Maxey will get about 7 extra shots a game out of that 20. So that's the thing on that. I was looking at. We know, and we've heard how the Big 12, how good it is. But have you guys paid attention to the standings lately, and to realize that, and just think back, there are teams that, like this. I'm looking at the standings right now, like Kansas State, and as good as Kansas State is, and they are sub 500 right now in
Who
that
says
conference.
they're good?
No,
They're
they are
not good
good.
as they were last year.
No, that's not the thing. As good as they are right now. We're not talking about as good as they were last year.
Yeah,
We know that.
but
I mean, when they lost the kid,
yeah.
to Memphis. That hurt them. But at the
No, they
same
didn't
time,
lose him to Memphis. Shit, they didn't want him.
well, same thing. You lost him, lost him by knowingly or unknowingly, purposely or unpurposely. You lost that. He's a loss from your. He's a discounted from your program. And these guys are 4-5. That I mean, University of Texas 4-5. Oklahoma was in the top 10 just a couple of weeks ago. They're 4-5. Texas Tech, they're 5-3. They were in first place like a week ago. Huh? Like 1 week ago, they were in first place. Now they're tied for 5th in the Big 12. And every game, literally every game, is a gunner. I watched the Iowa State game the other day with Baylor. Iowa State 5-3. They beat the Cougars the other day. Baylor, ended up knocking them out, nipping them. Scott Drew got kicked out the game on Saturday, I think that was. TCU is 5-4. Man, of course, U of H and Kansas are sitting in first and second seeds right now in that conference, which doesn't mean nothing the way that these guys are going. One slip and one bad game equals an L in that.
Ain't no long losing, ain't no long winning streaks in this conference. 2 games is the highest winning streak.
Them dudes beating up on each other like it ain't nothing. Like it ain't nothing. Man, but Kansas State lost 4 straight. That's the longest losing streak, obviously, in that conference. Turn it around. But, you got to realize you're capable of winning 4 straight. If you're capable of winning in that conference. Also, high school.
Well, what can they do, Doug? Doug put this up here. Hold on. Doug said, if any high school players are watching this show, you have 3 guaranteed games left from your season.
Mm-hmm.
Don't end up one day after Valentine's Day. Doug, what the hell they gonna do in these 3 games, Doug? Doug, you should have told them that. You should have told them that at the icebreaker.
Well, influence. And here's the thing. And like I said, people, they talk. I get phone calls all the time. How people are always asking me different stuff, and this is my best. You got advice, and you got your best advice. More adults must use their influence to get these kids or these parents to listen. Because here's what we hear all the time: man, them parents, they just won't listen. Wait a minute, hold on. So you mean to tell me you have that much influence over their son or their daughter, and you think you don't have influence over the parent? What do they say the best way to a parent's heart is through what?
Jimmy, I'm done with these parents. Because when that coach told me, Robert, these parents got a right to F their kids' career up. So let them do it. I said, wow. He said it so convicted. He said, man, they got a right. And we talking about them parents don't. Man, I ain't gonna lie, Jimmy. That's the stuff that I'm hearing. I can imagine what I'm hearing from people, it's the parents calling each other about summer basketball. I mean, we didn't used to do this. These parents off the chain around here, man. Jimmy, they off the chain, man. They just running their mouth. Then they listening. Jimmy, I'm sitting in the game the other day, man. I listened to somebody who these people listen to around here, and I just listened to his view on the game. And he had no damn clue what was going on. I'm trying to see what he said something that I said, homeboy, do you understand what you just said? Is not. I said, do you be telling these parents that?
What was the answer? He probably said, yeah.
Yeah. I said, because if you sit up here telling me this, Michael Jordan was sitting right up there with me. And I said, I said, I hope Michael Jordan hearing what I'm saying to you. I think Michael Jordan looking at me like, damn, Hatter is the same way he on the show that he is in his stand. He tell them, excuse me, Jimmy, I'm going to tell him like a TA. Jimmy, I'm going to put him where the ghost can get it. My man passed away last week. I'm going to give it to him. I'm going to be unapologetically. And I was just sitting up there listening. This dude was just saying, I'm going to think of what he said. Jimmy, he said some of the most. I said, God. And parents, listen to this man. It's unbelievable, Jim. It's unbelievable, man.
That's what I'm saying. Okay, everybody's going to listen to somebody because I say everybody's influenced by somebody.
Okay.
My thing that I always and been consistently adamant at preaching is whomever you chose to listen to, upon learning that they gave you the bad directions. You know, it was a time before Waze. It was a time before GPS. It was a time before MapQuest. It was a time before all of that. And guess what? People in it still got to their destinations. It might have been a little bit later than normal and more efficient now, but they still got there. If you find out that a person gave you bad directions in life, why don't you go and hold that person accountable? That's all I ask people to do. And if you did that, then I truly believe that the world will become a better place. But then what happens is people going down the road, man, I ain't got time to even worry about telling them that, just let them go. But then what happens is he chalks you up after you went and got lost, found out to where you're going. That person is going to take credit as he the one that told you and got you there. That's how it goes.
And Jimmy, then they'll repeat stuff from the same clowns. He goes, well, that's what the word is out there. That's what they say.
Who's they?
Hey, man, let me tell you something, man. I want to feel sorry for the parents, but some of these parents are so full of crap. I don't want to feel sorry. At first, I used to come on this show feeling sorry for the parents, and Chris Walker said, "Man, don't feel sorry for these damn parents." But now I guess both of them got to hustle. The parents got to hustle. The summer coach got to hustle, and they just hope they hustles line up with each other. But this man sit up there and told me about what they say about a player. And I said, who is they? What are you talking about? And you repeating this to me. I know you saying this to other people. If you're saying it to me, don't y'all know if somebody come talking to you about somebody, don't you know they talking about your ass too? I'm telling you, don't you know they talking about you too? So I just sit back and say, wow. I ain't gonna lie, my heart was, I'm glad somebody there was listening to me, listening to it. And these conversations, Jimmy, become so draining. These parents were drained because they think they know it freaking all. They think they know it ain't got but one kid that's trying to go play basketball. And you think you done know it. That's why these people be tricking y'all. Because y'all, the best parent is, I don't know. Help me. I don't know. But I got an opinion too. What's your opinion based on? Jimmy, that's my favorite thing right now. But everybody got an opinion. Everybody got an opinion. He cooking, Jimmy, he cooking. That's somebody's opinion. That's somebody's opinion, man. He cooking. So to him, the dude hit one shot. Now, PJ Henry was cooking. Oh, Jim. Oh, Jim. Them folks at Prairie View, they crowd put on a show for that ass whooping. I love Prairie View's crowd. I hope y'all listen to me, Prairie View. If I was y'all, I'll come up here and buy all the tickets that these people in Houston don't buy. Because Houston, it is no reason in the world. Jimmy, if this can happen in Newark, New Jersey, and neither one of these teams, well, a couple of teams are up from north, but if this can happen in Newark, New Jersey, 14,000 to see a HBCU game, Hampton versus Howard, and Jackson State versus Grambling. There's no reason, man.
Oh, that was a doubleheader?
Yeah, there's no reason. It was called a Legacy Classic with my young fella Michael B. Jordan put it on. Him and Chris Paul.
That's not the one that TSU played in. No, TSU played in the NBA.
Yeah, they played in the NBA. This another. They got to invite TSU soon. But this Jimmy, it was just my people that went up there, they said, Rob, it was unbelievable. That Prairie View game, TSU, Jimmy, was one of the most high level basketball. Jimmy, they dudes was going flat foot at it. And PJ Henry and Jonathan Cisse, the guards, y'all, the guards rule this thing. That's all I'm gonna tell y'all. Guards rule this swag. If your guards ain't tearing nobody head off, you're gonna be in trouble. You're gonna be in trouble. But Jimmy, I just want all our fans to be. Don't even let Prairie View be able to buy no seats. Y'all call Kevin Allen them right now. I'm gonna find the number for y'all while Jimmy talking, and I'm gonna put it up on the screen. But Jimmy, it was unbelievable atmosphere. I'll put it like this, Jimmy. That's the best game atmosphere I've seen since I've been calling this way.
Yeah, that was like old times. I can only imagine. I've been in several of those packed houses at the Baby Dome. That's what they call Prairie View's basketball facility. It holds about 5,000. In case you guys didn't was wondering, I think somebody asked what was the attendance. It was 5,000. That's the approximately for PVs. TSU's facility is approximately 7,200, something around there. I had several events in TSU's facility as well throughout the years. But we talking about SWAC action right now. Tonight, thanks Kevin Freeman on ESPN2, you have Southern and Jackson State will be in action on ESPN2. And that game now, you guys, once again, everybody doesn't have the means or the time windows to attend, but we always encourage you guys to try to take one of these youngsters to watch a SWAC game. Here's the deal. It's for more reasons than one. Although your kids may be going and have aspirations of going elsewhere for their college experience, but there's nothing like bringing them close hand to witnessing what the HBCU life is. Those kids having fun, and it can plant seeds of curiosity to those young people. That way now they can go. Then meanwhile, for the basketball component, it will simply let reality check into their souls, because they will get to see just how good you have to be to even ride the bench on one of those teams. That's what all I ask you guys to take them to, because you sit there and it's far too many years. It's been less now. I think you guys, the community has gotten a whole lot better at just dismissing the SWAC as, well, he can probably play at TSU. You don't think he can play at Texas, or you don't think he can't play at Sam Houston State? Well, he might can play at TSU. Let me tell you something. It's easier for your kid to play at Sam Houston State than it is at TSU or Prairie View. And the reason is, once again, if I just left it there, then that's just an opinion. I'm going to give you the factual that go with that, because the average age of the basketball player at both Prairie View and TSU for the past 5 years running has been right at 23 years old. That's the average age.
It might be a little lower this year.
I say over the past 5 years running.
Yeah. No, I'm just talking about this year. It might be a little lower.
Over the past 5 years running. And so, and 90% of the players on both of those teams, I'm speaking of Prairie View and TSU, of the scholarship players were transfers into there.
Man, it's just fun, man.
So that means, know what that means, Heather? That means they went somewhere else they thought they were good enough for most cases. And for some reason or another, you tried to leave, and you shot for the moon, and all those other schools that came in second, third, fourth place in your recruitment, they ain't answering the phone. Then you said, oh, then time running out. It's getting close to Labor Day, getting close to, the summer's over with, and all of a sudden you realize, man, I ain't got nobody, fish ain't biting. I need to go. TSU, Prairie View, y'all ready? Y'all still got this scholarship? All right, here I come. That's normally, in a sense, how I go. They're not saying I'm going to TSU because I'm in the portal. They are TSU and Prairie View. They understand. They're like the last of your pecking of your options, If
you want to play Division I basketball.
But they're not, they're a little, very few has Prairie View or TSU as their only option first and foremost. That's what I'm saying. That's why I don't care if they hit what you got. Meaning that you're not saying I can't wait if TSU Prairie View, if you're in 11th grade, 10th grade, they offer, I'm going there. Let me know that young man, because I'm riding him all the way on through and becoming his biggest endorser, biggest supporter. If he can play. Now, if he's leading his team in at least 2 categories, that's what I mean by if he can play. That's how we gotta give you factuals or give you measuring sticks, because otherwise we just talk too often and we don't give you nothing to measure it by. If he's can play, that means he's leading his team in at least 2 categories to me.
Okay.
And that's like cooking. And that's why I threw that stuff out there, because I'm just sick and tired. Kid hit 2 jumpers. He cooking. Kid hit, and at the end of the game, they'll come and say, well, man, he had 4 threes. And I asked the question, when did he hit them? Well, he had 1 in the first half. He had 1 right at the buzzer for halftime. Then he shot another one. He hit the other 2. Well, how was he cooking from 3-point land? Mm-hmm. That's way few. Guys, the cooking part comes from a moment. Now, it can go through a whole game. It can. We've seen it all the time. A guy can be cooking the whole game. But it starts in a moment. It starts somewhere. And you're seeing it, then can you sustain that? That means you're going into a whole different territory.
And Coach just said, he said these kids get an offer from a school they want and then want to wait and see will they get something better. And
say it again? Read it again?
Sometimes the kids just want to see, can they get something better? Yeah, hey man, these kids some offer, they just want the offers, man, so they can post it. And I can tell that how quick they post it. People just want to be wanted, Jimmy.
But they can be influenced, though. They can be influenced to say, that's what I'm saying, the grown folks.
What you tell? So grown folk would say, man, don't post your offers?
No, grown folks say, here's what we're going to do. We're going to just follow me. We're going to trick the college, because the college is going to trick your ass if you ain't thinking along the same lines, you could get tricked. That's why so many people get offers and they get ready to commit and it's not there, Hatter. So here's what we do. If one of them schools, we find out who you like, which offer you want. A, B, C. Well, school B offers you. Here's what we're gonna do. If one of them offer, we're gonna commit. Now we can't sign until November. We're not going, you might not even go there. But we got to commit to this school if we want your stock to stay up. Because if you commit to that school, then trust me, C and A is gonna make them either shit or get off the pot. Because they don't want you to go to B. Their coach is going to call, guys, this is true, what I'm giving you. If there's a situation where a kid is flirted by 2 or more schools from the same conference, and school B offers that kid, and that kid commits, that head coach from school A is going to call his assistant into the office, or going to call him on the phone and say, hey, what the hell going on? I thought we was recruiting this kid. How did you let him get, how did B get him? And what's going on? And then A gonna tell coach that he gonna give him a story. It may not be the truth, but he gotta protect his, what they call a CYA in this instance. He's gonna let the coach, but the coach is gonna chew him out or get on him because you did not, why we letting them get this guy. And then the guy gotta let the coach know, man, that kid ain't good enough for us, coach. Or hold tight, let me go and put the fire up, let me go and turn the fire up. And so we can go and get him. So this is true. But if more people influence the kids to commit, first you find out the offer. Let the parent know. Keep everybody on the same page. If I can go and get you the offer, understand, you got to be able to ball. But if I can help you with the marketing, not me, I'm talking about the person of influence who's in part of your triangle. Well, square, octagon, whatever you guys have nowadays. Find out where they want to go. Then once you find out where they want to go, you let them know if one of these guys offer, you give the other one so many days and you commit to that school. The odds are that you're probably going to change your mind again. But that school is not going to take away that offer once you commit it unless you give them a reason to. Meaning that you can't play and you prove not to be good enough or something else. But at least you got that momentum. And that's the thing. Now it's going to make your stock go up because there's no rule. It's an unwritten rule. It's an ethic category. Well, certain coaches ain't really supposed to mess with you if you already committed to another school. It's kind of like if a person is engaged, then you're supposed to be off limits for people trying to pursue you in a relationship. That's the general college coaching rule. But I'm telling you, once again, grown folk, most of y'all have been through this. Most of the parents and the kids have not. So basically, if you give them more influence and instruction and guidance, to whereas you're trying to go and bang the table just to prove to the community that you got this, you want to get all these offers. You still can get all them offers, but you can commit. I guarantee you're going to get a whole bunch of offers. I'll use an example over the football. For you football people in the back of the room, they don't understand. A couple of weeks ago, a young man that's a quarterback at Washington State named Cameron Ward. Cam Ward put his name in the transfer portal. Fish wasn't biting like he wanted them to. So guess what Cam Ward did? He said, I'm going to the NFL. Same thing. Similar comparison. I'm going taking my talent to the NFL. The hell with it. I'll go and I'll learn from the pros. I'll get it out the mud. Next thing you know, a certain school didn't get the second guy that they had in line. He was going somewhere else. Another guy was going somewhere else. And it made some people, they realized, hey, you know what, man? We about to miss on this kid. Let's go and get the bag right. Let's put some more. Let's throw the hat around the room one more time. Cam Ward, Miami influenced Cam Ward to not go down that road. Come on, go to college one more year. Cam Ward said, okay, after a while, I'm going to Miami. It's your stock goes up. People always want things that don't look like they can have, they can get. You know, stock go up. If you influence these kids, I'm telling you, man, that's all that can help this world, help society, and we all can be better in this stuff. But then most people, I don't know why you don't do it. That's the question. Why don't you use your influence to let these kids know before the headaches come, to let them to get it, to prepare? If we get here, this is which way we're going to turn, right or left. And then explain, they trust you. They trust you more than you understand, because you have been there talking to them, giving them some type of advice. You've been there when at a time when they were sad. You made them smile. You fed them at your dinner tables. They've been around your family. So why wouldn't they trust you? But if they trust in you, then you have to do a better job at giving them advice, life advice, when it comes to decisions that you know that is so risky. You got to increase the odds for these kids, not decrease the odds. And that's the part that I wanted to get out to you guys. And it's serious. All these kids, man, unsigned seniors right now. We have in Greater Houston alone, we have at least 3 approximate 7-footers that are unsigned. 3. Two of them are not just varsity starters, but they're on teams that are favored to go to state in the public school ranks. No offers right now. They will play somewhere, but it don't have to be like this. I seen the footage, prancing kids around to all, and there's nothing wrong with going to the Big 12 games, and there's nothing wrong with that. But okay, but you're not taking pictures at the Division III games. We have a University of St. Thomas right in the middle of Houston, one of the most winningest programs over the past 5 years. They're 17-4 right now. They have dudes on that team. Go to that game. Go to Texas Southern game. Go to the Prairie View game. Go to a Rice game. But at the same time, stop making every kid believe that they are better or as that level of a prospect right now. It's pausing the understanding process. Kids get once a kid get confused, life can become really scary. I say it again. Once a teenager gets confused about a life, it can become really scary. We're doing too much things to confuse these kids, and you're leaving them out there because once they don't pan out to be what you hope them to be, then they're just left on their own. They're even more confused. I thought Coach Juju loved me, man. I ain't heard from him in 3 years now. So then it becomes transparent that this was only a basketball move. When all of the time, if we paying attention to you, we know it's primarily a basketball move. Because the only time you in that hood or that community where that kid is living is if you there to pick him up and drop him back off. You hardly even get out the car, some of you guys, when y'all pull into somewhere some of these kids live at. Apartments, projects, wards, hoods. And it goes to show. But if more parents, they're not understand. This is their first rodeo, many of them. They don't know. And they end up having to pay. A lot of these parents qualify for aid. They qualify for different type of scholarships. Many of you guys find scholarship opportunities, even though your babies may not qualify for them. Then guess what? You share that information. Somebody else's baby might qualify for some. They have so many scholarship opportunities out there, guys. So many. To my academic scholarship that you can just qualify just for being black, just for being a minority, just for having a single parent mom or a single parent dad. Anything you damn near can think of, there's a category that has allocated money for your babies to go to school. And that can help move the needle. Use your influence to help save those parents headaches and pocket aches. That's what I ask you guys to do. We got to get on up out of here and land the plane now. That's enough for that. You guys got enough for the day. How did Johnny say, we want you to end the show with some Curtis Mayfield? Move the people on up. We're gonna get tagged. You put that Curtis Mayfield on there, man. You gonna get tagged. You put the Curtis.
Yeah, you got to play that yourself, John. We can't play that on there. Curtis be moving on up. You got to play that. Oh shit, you got to play that yourself. But Johnny, we'll see you tomorrow. Play it next time. Johnny, you play it in the background so we can. So you can hear it yourself. We can't do that, but we out of here, man. I'll see y'all tomorrow. All right.
Jim Hicks, Rob Hatter. You are now tuned in to the Chop Shop. I'm Retro. Let's get it. We in the Chop Shop. We live in the Chop Shop. We talking sports talk. We live in the Chop Shop. We in the Chop Shop. I'm talking sports talk. So turn your dials up. It's live in the Chop Shop. We in the Chop Shop. We live.